enough time to finish it because I've got someone stopping by in about 30 minutes. But we're going to just mess with this little piece that I preformed on that last video. We're going to see if we can't just go ahead and get it closer to a point. I don't know that I'll finish it, but we'll get it there. Take a couple more. Percussion hits off it here. Need to hit this that way, so I'll work on that first. But I still didn't reach what I wanted. Might have to pressure flake that off, but it thinned it out some more. I think we'll do another one at the base here since it's already kind of squared up. Turn this way a little more. Alright, I'll do one there. That seam right off. Take one more right here. I couldn't help myself, left a little dang hinge, but I'll pressure flake that off. I saw one more little platform sticking out, and I just said, hey, I'm gonna just nail it. No, shouldn't have done that. Notorious for hitting platforms that shouldn't have been hit. Like that. There we go. Got that removed. Nice and thin. Gotta take another little set from this other side. See if we can knock this little, slow down. There we go. That was a good flake. It's cleaning it up. Let's see here. All right, I'm just gonna lightly tap this off. There we go. Just look at this. I'm gonna have to come back to this side, but it really is on favoring me to hit this side first. So I'm gonna bring the edge here a little bit. Yep. One more little spot here I like. There we go. Again, I brought the edge that way. I hit it down, taking this piece off, brought the edge up. Now the edge is at the bottom. I'm going to grind it back the other way. Kind of sets us up just above. It's not flat. It's up a little bit. We got a little lip. All right, we're going to meet up with this side. Little weird crack right there that revealed itself. See what's going on with that. Might be nothing, might be everything. That one didn't really hold up like I needed, and it's getting thin, that's why. So I'm gonna come, you can kind of see, bleh, it went right in there and just hinged. I come behind it and try to clean that up a little bit. First I'm gonna take one off the base though. I took one off the base. We got really thin instantly, but that might have been a little deep. We'll see if it works out to be nice. I'm gonna hit this one now. I'm gonna take that off. Got that hit. We got the delta. And just when I thought that side was thin, nope. Cool. Very thin now. All right. So what's the next deal? The next deal is we'll bring this side up so we catch up with that other side that we just got really nice. Just need the right angle. We're not trying to. There we go. You can hear it. I mean, you feel it, but you can hear it when it makes the right noise for what you're trying to do. Now, as you can see, I mean, that baby's thin. I got to get that little chunk off the end. And I'm going to knock a couple flakes off of here, but it's getting there. And then we kind of get to leave that hard stuff on the other side, which is cool. I really don't need to move that anywhere. I just need it to hold up. All right, so we're going to start again here at the back. I'm trying to look. Honestly, I'm going to start here at the base. Shot that flake right up into here, which I don't want to have to do that later, so that was good. Now we're going to come from right here. Got it right into there. Not even deep enough, but deep enough, if you know what I mean. I'm going to do this one right here. Slow down. There we go. Wow, that matched up perfect. These deltas are important because we want this to all be the same level. So let's just grind the deltas up. I'm gonna work that one first. Got it. That one next. And with that, I can say collective heck yeah, because that baby's nice. Mess with the end here. Still might get screwed with this little crack that's right here, but I don't see it on the other end. So we'll see on that. Tap these little deltas off just to bring this in. Alright guys, that wasn't so bad. I'll make another vid finishing this little guy up. You can see that potato chip, that worked out good. Straighten this guy up, straighten that guy up. I don't want to make a Hillsborough, even though, oh, this would make an awesome Hillsborough because it's so darn thin already. I'm gonna make something else though, if I don't crack that. Well, let's tell right now. I'm gonna take a hit off of here. I don't want to crack it, but no, I flaked right in front of the crack, so I sure hope I can get through that. Cool. All right, I'll be back. Every time I say I'll be back, I just want to take another hit. through that crack. All right, cool. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll be back with more on that one. Hey everybody. It is the weekend. Getting some stuff done around the farm. I'm gonna come back and take this little potato chip that we made yesterday and see if I can't pressure flake this crack off, turn it into something cool. It's thin, but it's nowhere near done. There's some problems in the tip, and then there's, again, just to recap for myself, there's a little crack right here, but it's not showing on the other side. So, gonna try to start shaping this up and get rid of that crack. This very well could come over like this, and that's gonna be what's left in the point. But that's okay. This rock deserves a chance. That's what we're gonna give it. So to start, again, this crack, how do we get it off? Platform's already on this side, so we're gonna bring the platform back up to the opposite side here, to the top, to the side that has the crack. And the goal is that maybe we can get lucky and push a flake under the crack, push it off. It's like best case scenario. And then we can preserve a lot more width. Might lose some of the tip on this one. Yeah, lost the tip. It's actually probably a godsend. There was so much junk going on in that tip that it was real thick, and it kind of had like a big problem area. I'm trying to think of the word. Hinge, that's the word. Looks like we got a little woodpecker joining us over here. Okay, again, still got this crack we're worrying about, so this very well still might be the point. Let's keep down this side. Gonna throw a flake right down there, and then we're gonna just keep going with what we were doing. Certainly not the end of the day. We got some weird stuff to work out. Oh. Nice. One more right here. Looks good, nice, clean. Let's take the little edge back to being symmetrical. We're just popping the little deltas off of that edge, basically. We've got the big deltas, but there's always going to be little ones left, because every time you take a flake, it leaves another. So there we go. Nice. Got the edge evened out. For some of this area that's already as thin as I want it, we're not trying to drive them in, so just drive your flakes up to even things up. Oh yeah, she ain't perfect, but she's looking good. Do one more right off of here. A little high on this flake. That was a little risky, but that worked out great. side. Obviously, you gotta pull this off. But we want to look at the tip first. Okay, let's go ahead. And this flakes right through some of that old, almost like cementy looking polyps, but that's fine because it flaked fine. Give it enough pressure, there you go. One of these. Just took that little flake off, going into the base there to keep it thin. See, this is to this side. We're going to go ahead and flake off of there. Beef her up a little bit. Yep, I like it. Remember how I told you we shot that hinge in there and that was the little thick part? Well, we're going to shoot one up there and it's coming off right now. Came up, took the hinge off, gone. Hingeless. All right, the base is looking great. It's not perfectly symmetrical yet, but that's fine. Let's go back to this side. Basically our final, I don't know if I call it flake pass, I guess, because it kind of is. Losing a little width, trying to get rid of that really fragile edge. Now, of course, you find artifacts that look like this all the time with a stem, just a little point on the end. They didn't need it down the next thing. They didn't need to remove this little spot or that little spot. That's just what I'm doing. And we don't want to crumple the edge. We want to bust tiny flakes off. That's that noise. Okay, let's see if it's thick enough to do anything. Not really. Gotta bring it in just a little more. It's still thin as a razor, basically. And I want to take one more set of flakes. Okay, okay. We're developing something here. Not easy, but you want to get them thin, don't you? Then that's why we're going through the extra work. That's why. All right. Let's give this little potato chip something to brag about. Our edge is pretty low now. I'm gonna do the same thing I've been doing. Give it a little strength so I don't just obliterate the edge by grinding it. I don't know where my little piece of sanding stone is that's more appropriate for these thin stages. Yeah, there's too much stuff out here. I need to get my blower out and blow all the leaves out of my pile. We'll get there, we'll get there. Kind of going under the edge and over the edge just so that those platforms hang and stay. Now, let me try to find a little bupper. This is what I've been using. Honestly, it's probably, yeah, I don't know if I could still do it. I know I could do the front with it, but I'm not sure if I could get this back piece that I'd really like to get. Don't know that it's coming off with this. I might need to go down one more size. I don't even know where that is. I haven't even used that bopper in a while. Maybe it's safer I just stick with this size. That's probably the safer bet. All right, blow the dust off. You can see this little fat area here. I'm gonna work that off. I'll start here at the tip, closer to the tip. Little flake didn't really go this way, it kind of went that way. So I need to move down to here so I don't hinge out on me. And it went, it just didn't go. All right, back to the pressure flaker. I just wanted to bop them off, but it's gonna make me push them off. Okay, here we go. Now, doing what I just did, it still set up a couple platforms, so it wasn't like the worst thing ever, just not the right angle. Those flakes did not want to release. Might still be some remnants from that one crack. Want to keep on focus. You want to keep going for thin and symmetry. And you might run into another problem. And that's what happened just now. I'm just afraid to flake this ear off yet because I don't want to bust it off. Do it. I just need to be careful in the future because it's really thin now. It's a great little preform though, guys. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. All right. So we'll work on this side. Still got to keep bringing it in until we get to a point here. Oh yeah, getting really refined there. Nice. Just taking a look at this side. Dink. Keep going with it. Still got to come in with this one a little bit, so that's fine. Let me look at it here. Symmetry. Brought the edge down there some. Let's beef her up, see what we can do. This is a really coarse stone. Take it easy. UPS driver coming through here like he's got a monster truck. Okay, y'all hear that? Vroom vroom. Okay, I'm gonna take a couple from the tip and then we're gonna try to do that. Let's see what we can do here. First one was good. Second one was good. Got nice and flat here, and we're on the other side of this. So I'm gonna go here and go here. Hopefully we eliminate that. I think behind it is the deal. I gotta do that first though. So we're gonna set up a small flake. That's the one we want, okay? Small flake's just gonna give us a little ridge to ride. Don't want to push down and pop this tip off either. Precarious situation. Because if I push hard, that's what's going to happen, is it's going to go down into the tip of this. So try to do this a different way here. Nope. There we go. I think that'll work. Got in right behind that baby, so that was good. I'm gonna go right in front of it. Gonna beef it up first too. All right, here we go, here we go. Actually, you know, I gotta go look at my poster real quick. Let me go look at that sucker, and I'll be back, and we'll finish this baby up. Long time to get from what we had to this, but to get all the seams out, have it symmetrical, have it thin, boy, it's worth it. Worth it. I'll be back. All right, guys, I'm back. I'm gonna do a Hardee har har. Give you an idea where we're at. A little stuff in there. Okay, so a Hardee. Brought my poster out here actually, so I don't have to keep thinking. I actually have a Hardee, but we're gonna come in. It's kind of a curve down to a flat base. It's not like a Noonan, no sharp angle. It's kind of a curve down. And then we're going to bring this in. We're going to bevel these edges, and we're going to put a nice little rocket tip end on it. And then I'm going to try to do some little tiny notches up and down here. So we're going to shape it. We're going to do another round of pressure flaking. And it's thin enough, but there has to be some flake removal edge, just because it clings to that rock a little bit better. It feels good. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Now I'm gonna stick with my Big Daddy until you can see why this blends in with the leaf. Nice and rusty. All right, let's do the base first. So we're just gonna work up from the middle. Kind of look at these things. Start up here a little bit. To keep this nice and thin, we're gonna push some flakes in when we take these little corner areas out. So like right here. Way up into there. Really don't want to leave any hinges, so just be careful of that. And we don't want to blow the ears off, because again, this baby's skinny. So just try to think about what you're doing. Right. Again, just getting this final prep for what we're doing. It's okay if we lose a little bit of the base length. We want the flakes flying in the right direction. There we go. Bringing this one up a little. I'm going to do the same thing here. Alright, now this is ready to come up. Alright, we're developing that roundness. That's what we want. We just want to get in here a little deeper. I'm going to do the same thing on this other side, and then we'll work, I think, more into the middle as I get closer to being where we want to be. This might look like a simple point, but it's not quite as simple as you'd think. And that's one, because of the shape, but two, because of these little micro serrations at the end. And you're not getting those unless it's a very thin piece. So you really got to work to get there. Let's keep going off of here. It's hard to notice, but this pressure flaker is gripping the edge so good. That Gorilla Grip on there. Alright, we're working towards the center. They're not all perfectly even yet, but we're getting there. Okay, this baby's transforming right now. Looks real cool with these little hard polyps stuck in the back too. Gives it some character. So what are we going to do? We're going to keep working it up just a little bit, because this is not quite, the ears aren't quite high enough. Don't be too aggressive, because there's some stuff you just can't take back. Again, where a Noonan is going to have straight shoulders, or maybe even curved upwards a little bit, a Hardee has them curved downwards a little bit down before a curve towards the stem in the middle there. Saw that, I just worked my way in, and then we went in a little more, and then left a little steeper downward grade there. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. Flat base, coming down, sliding in. They're looking pretty dang even, but I think I probably want to still go in one more, basically one more flake set for that stem. So we'll go ahead and do that now. Because we got it thick before, this has not been a problem. I mean, sorry, thin before. Doing the work we need has not been a problem at all. But if this piece was thicker, different story. A lot of this would just be a pain in the butt. like it. We're going to do this side too. And then we're going to work on our bevel. Alright, we got our upwards. We kind of got our rounded out area here. I'm also going to put, a lot of Hardees just have like a little inward on that base. It could still be a little skinnier, but I think that's going to do what we need to do. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and start at the tip. We're going to bevel down the side. We already got nice sharp flakes, so we're going to pop down, pop down. Beveling is bringing this edge to this side, and then we're going to flip it and do the same thing to the other side, which almost gives it like a rifling. I like to skip. You leave those little, but that's not what I'm going for. I just skip to so the flakes don't run into each other, and then you can go back and pop those middle deltas off. Okay, so that's going to this side. We want this one to go to the other side. So we flip it over, let's see, this to this side, I want this to that side. So this way. Before I do this, let me just make sure. Okay, that side. That to that side. Okay. Doesn't hurt to double check so you don't bevel the wrong way. Reason why it's important to have your flaker sharp. I'm catching these extreme edges, trying to bevel this. Straighten this side up and we're done. Gonna show her off to you. Wow, this is wearing my arms out. Something about the extreme angle. All right. Give her one more look-see. Oh yeah. That's a good looking Hardee, nice and beveled. Now what I'm going to try to do is going to take some little micro flakes down that edge. I've heard so many things on this. I've heard that they used to be done with other flakes. That's what natives used. I've heard all kinds of stories. Is it true? I don't know. I don't know. But we're gonna tell you one thing I'm not short on is flakes. Let's take some and let's see if they make little nicks in here. It does, but only in the tiniest of spots. Definitely working. It's not quite as uniform, and I think that's because this wasn't a super sharp edge after I beveled the living crap out of it. So it is definitely putting in some little micro serrations. It's going to be hard to see, but it's doing it. I think it would work way better before the bevel. Well, it does it, but I'm not the biggest fan of the flake method, I can tell you. Well, it's little and it's measured, that's for sure. But I think we could probably probably do better with another tool, because the edge on that point, unless you just bopped everything off, the edge on the point is a lot of times going to be a lot stronger than a flake. I could get different flakes, sure. Okay, micro serrations are working, but I tell you what, right away, I guess I should have just thought about it. Make sure you're going from the top of your bevel down. That worked. Got them in both sides. I don't know how close up this camera's gonna get, but I'm gonna show you what they look like. All right, guys, bam. Beveled Hardee. Hardee har har. Get up here and show you. All right, I'll get that baby on there. So there's the Hardee. Got some little micro serrations going up that edge. You can kind of see bottom right, those came out pretty good. Just enough to give it that little saw feeling. You can see this edge is beveled towards my right, and that edge is beveled to the right. So right now that's at the top and that's at the bottom. So kind of like a rifled look. Came out really good. You can see some of those little concretey polyps that were in there. Really cool looking. It's a thin point to start. That might look thick, but it's really not thick. And that side came out great too. So again, one more, see if I can focus here. There we go. One more point out of our Best of Florida poster, the point types of the Deep South. Hope you enjoyed that whole build. And yeah, hope you guys have a great weekend.